Hey there, and welcome to Travel TV on Independent.ie. I'm Pól Ó Conghaile with your weekly roundup of travel tips, deals and inspiration, and today we're jetting off to Spain for an in-depth look at the Camino de Santiago. So what's this ancient path all about? Is the Camino a religious trail or a walking holiday? Is it one route or several? Can you do it as a short break, or should you allow yourself weeks or even months? The answer, of course, is that it's all of the above. The Camino de Santiago is one of the world's great pilgrimage routes, and it dates right back to medieval times. That history and that atmosphere are what make it so special. You're literally out there walking on cobblestones and past churches and through villages that are unchanged for hundreds of years. Now, there isn't just one Camino. Historically, pilgrims began their journeys at home, setting off on an adventure that could take them months. Different routes include the Portuguese way, starting from Lisbon, the Northern way, which follows the Basque coast from San Sebastian, and the French way. And that's the one I did a stretch of recently.
And being fresh off the trail, I thought this is the perfect time to give a couple of tips, because I always figure that there's no time for advice like when you've just gotten back home and you just realised everything that you should have done or you should have brought. So the first thing I would advise on the Camino is making a packing list well ahead of time, a couple of weeks out. Get Googling, talk to Camino veterans, friends who've been, and get that list down, because you want to have a light backpack, about 10 kilos, I'd say, is an ideal weight. Remember, you have to carry this thing every day and you have to bring water on top of it. Stuff like flip-flops to air your feet in the evening, poncho in case it rains, light fabrics that dry easily in the night.
All Caminos lead to Galicia, and once they enter northern Spain, the endpoint is the city of Santiago de Compostela, particularly the cathedral where the apostles' remains are said to repose. The French way is the most popular Camino. Its official start point is Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, but shorter trips have been booming in recent years, and now lots of pilgrims just start out 111 kilometers away in the town of Sarria.
The second thing I'd advise is to pace yourself. I set off on the first day, went at it hammer and tongs, and about halfway through was knackered, outside of my comfort zone and too exhausted to talk to people, which of course is the whole point of the Camino. You want the people you meet and the stories that you hear along the way. So set a nice and easy pace off the bat is what I would recommend. Feel your way into it and you'll find something that's comfortable soon enough.
From here, it takes just 6 days to walk to Santiago. Now, it's not the most beautiful section of the way by any stretch of the imagination, but it is one of the most social, and it also covers the minimum distance you need to get yourself a certificate of completion. That's 100 kilometers. So what's it like on the trail? Basically, pilgrims walk from town to town, typically staying at hostels and collecting stamps in their passports along the way. Lots of these guys have a reason for doing the Camino. There might be a crossroads in life, a death in the family, a physical challenge, but the great thing about it is you don't have to have one. It's just as enjoyable if you pack your bags and head off like you're going on holidays, which you are.
And the final piece of advice I'd give for anyone thinking of doing the French way in particular in July or August, the summer months, is to book your accommodation ahead of time or to leave early in the morning. These are the busiest months. The French way in particular is getting super popular, and the hostels along the way tend to fill up. So literally you could find by lunchtime there's no beds left in the hostel along the way. So you can fix that by booking ahead with a tour operator or by booking hotels and hostels ahead of time. It's something I think of especially in summer.
You don't have to lug your bags the whole way either. CaminoWays.com has packages bundling accommodation, meals and luggage transfers, and they'll arrange to transport your bags from point to point along the route. And the prices? The packages start from €492 per person for 6 days on the French way, excluding flights. So there you have it, a quick taster of an ancient route, just the briefest of insights into Spain's brilliant Camino de Santiago. A New Year's resolution, perhaps? In terms of some quick travel notes, Aer Lingus flies to Santiago from the end of March, and CaminoWays.com has 10% off its 2015 packages if you book them before the end of this year. You can also find more info on the website of the Irish Society of the Friends of St. James, and that's at stjamesirl.com. Until next week, that's all from me. Buen Camino.